It's not done.
Compared to what I have to do at the bottom, it's not really
Oh,
done.
you're gonna add back.
Oh, I have a lot to do with that, that's just, the fish is done.
Okay, yeah, fish looks.
On the fish is done, yeah. I saw you saying that.
Okay, fish, turtle, fish, turtle.
Yes, it's everything you see in the river, it's for. It's, I kayak a lot, so that's all the things I see when I kayak, that's what it's really cool fish to
Oh my
eat.
goodness.
Well,
I didn't know it was possible to do
You
that.
know, I like your work, since you already have one, hanging
Yes.
in the house.
I mean,
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Now they get a print of your picture.
Yes, yes.
Since you bought it.
What's
My
that?
granddaughter wanted that, I'll have you know.
Oh,
The peaches
okay.
bought for me.
Don't dilly dally, that's what I found out, Rock I decided not to.
Well,
Now wait.
I knew somebody that wanted it.
Yeah, I waited, I lost out on that one.
So, Chrissy, how much do you sell?
Oh, yeah. Right
Yeah.
now,
Well, you.
I've been selling them for years.
This is only my second time.
Yeah, the reverse, I mean, he's like, I won't sell that.
So I'm gonna have two ladies here next month.
I know, they are, I'm okay.
So Chrissy,
Which is in front,
what would,
on the top.
what are you looking for critique on? Because, I mean, it looks amazing.
Thank you, no, I was just kind of, I just brought it just halfway
Okay,
done,
so-
yeah.
I've got
So
something.
what do you plan to do?
Yes, what I plan, oh, that's gonna go in that, the tainted trout, he's gonna sell it, yeah, yeah.
So my thought is,
Yes, mhm.
you know, your technique, your style, the control that you have with a pencil or whatever you're using, markers,
That's
whatever.
content, yeah.
It's great.
Uh-huh.
But as a finished painting, if that's important, I need a background.
Oh, I haven't got that done yet.
I mean, but you will.
Well,
Okay.
No, there's so much more I have to do to it, it's just, yeah, there's so much more. That's just the fish, it's just the
Okay.
thing in the fish, yeah. That's
Well,
why I told you halfway done.
I mean, the work's great.
Oh, thank you.
it has to be green background.
Yes, I know.
Green?
Yeah, turtles, frogs,
Oh.
carp. Yeah, I think the background needs to be green of some sort because everything that's, look at this frog. You're kidding. It's like one of those things where you just keep looking and there's more and there's more and there's more. This frog's
I'm
mouth.
sure you've heard that, many times.
Or you look
That's
at
the same, yeah, the one that sit there.
Yeah. I see a lot of green.
Okay.
I see a lot of green.
Oh,
When you're doing this, are you sitting at a desk with a light in your work studio? Or are you sitting like with the TV playing and?
I'm sitting on the couch and sometimes my son watches and he sits next to me, I put a picture of himself in my shoulder, I sit there and draw. My husband sits over at the table with this, I just sit there and talk to everybody and draw. Then I sit on the couch.
So that's how you can survive going all so much
I
detail.
could go upstairs, but I don't lock myself up there
Mhm.
as well nowadays.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
It makes sense, it's very controlled. It's very controlled in a container. If you look at all those, I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't understand
Very
the
careful.
level of detail.
My
When
eyes.
you actually go in there and look at it, like from here, this distance, you're like, that's fish. But when you go in there, you're like, oh my goodness, there's frogs, there's turtles, there's,
Well, and even
Yeah, I know, right?
back here, right?
Oh,
you know?
that's what she would fish.
How long did it take you to get
I like the
to
drive.
this point?
Well, it depends, I have to stop because my eyes start to get
Well,
blurry.
that's
right.
Yeah, really blurry, yeah, so I have to stop, so then the older I get, the more I have to stop more, so, but I can draw really quickly, if I sit there and do it, but I have
When you
to.
start.
But-
That's exactly what I was thinking, and looking at that, and I'm thinking, man, my eyes would be, everything would be a blur after an hour.
are you
so.
drawing out of your head or are you drawing out, looking at something?
I have drawn that so much of that, I can draw it out of my head so easily, like in fish, Yeah, living creatures, I love to draw living creatures, so I've been doing it since I was a kid.
So that entire thing, that was just out of your head?
Yeah, yes, now I look to see some of the fish, like
Yeah.
specifically, because I don't want to mess that up. Because,
Specifically,
you
yeah.
know, they're for fishermen. They-
Oh, no, there are fish in there that you have to look at.
They are specific.
Yes,
Yeah, so I have to
they're
look and see
very
what, you know,
specific.
what a catfish looked like exactly, or, yes, or what a salmon looked like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
Okay.
mess that up.
You don't, I mean, nothing would much for a background either, but.
But just enough, I
If you
just
had,
have to,
if you had something that just gave it a watery.
I should bring it in when it's done. So,
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
The grass plants at the bottom are gonna do this, and it's gonna have, creatures in it, like hidden in it, so there's like, this is half of it. In the top of it, I'm gonna put, shading, so it kind of comes down and, you know, so it looks like it's encased properly.
Well, you answered my question. I want to see more movement,
Yeah, there's a grass.
Right.
Doing
Yeah.
that.
More
depth.
more in and out.
That's what
So
I was thinking about.
close up, there's a lot of detail, but it also has to capture the viewer from a distance.
Yes,
And that's where the depth of the background and everything else that you're going to do will take care of that.
yes, all the,
Yes,
yes.
exactly, Rocco, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes,
Because from this distance, if there was a nice colorful background of seaweed and whatnot going on with like alcohol ink or something,
yes, it would just look like.
and then when you walk up and you're like, there's turtles in here.
Well, I think everyone will want to see it when it's completed.
Yeah.
Bring it up, yeah.
Especially seeing it now.
Well, we'll post it.
I know, that's fun.
Chrissy will post it
Yes.
when it's
Yeah.
done.
I actually, when I was putting cat back on this summer, I actually punctured my finger and I have a tattoo.
So what I'll do is, when I see it on your post, I'll put it onto your album on the Brighton Guild space.
Oh, okay.
So it'll pop up, it'll show that piece, and then it'll connect to the other pieces.
Thank you.
So, and I can do that for everybody, so
I love that you're doing that. That's really cool. Yes.
I don't have to lift anything.
Oh, I'm glad you guys like it.
All right, we got one other piece up here.
That's my sketch block. I get pretty done.
Your
That's
sketch
about
book.
it. I guess,
Well,
like, okay, so you guys know that I came here back in, I wanna say December, so just a month before the new year. And since January 1st, I have been doing art every day. That's just the general goal. So even if I can't draw, let's paint a little. Even if I can't paint, let's think, let's do some brainstorming. So I've been working a lot with my watercolor. That's my favorite medium, like hands down, all the time. I have a holographic paint, and I really wish it was like easier to show you guys, but it's like dependent on the lighting.
paint?
Holographic paint, so it's a watercolor paint, but it is based with the glitter, just like that, and it doesn't look like funny. It looks like it's part of the piece.
It's watercolor?
Yeah, yeah.
How is that not bending the paper?
Oh, how did it not bend the paper? This is multimedia paper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the shine on the thighs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shimmer.
What do you mean by holographic paint? What are its characteristics?
I might actually have it with me if you are willing to wait just a second. Because, I mean, this is super cool stuff, so I don't blame any of you guys for wanting to check it out at least. I have like this little tiny tin box, but it has all my paints in there. This is the one I use the most, which will be the holographic paint.
That's water-based?
It will be when you add water. So, yeah, everything starts as like just a dry
So the
pan.
little, hands.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have these like on Etsy.
Would you mind passing it around?
I mean, I don't mind if you guys take a look, just be careful because some of the pieces are kind of loose in there, but yeah, you guys are more than welcome.
Don't add water.
And I do have like a gold
No
piece in there
ruin.
as well.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
Let's see here. So I do try to like think of different things depending on the day, but, let's see. This is one of the pieces, really finished in my opinion.
We need to put it up so you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you noticed a difference painting or drawing every day?
Yeah, actually I have.
Can you back up some? Yeah.
Oh, you have the chat, yes! Absolutely, this is a lighting challenge for myself, so I'm working on that as well.
It's adorable.
I'd like to like the Chinese.
Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, what were we speaking about prior to?
Changes, improvement.
Okay, yeah.
You're drawing
So, since I've been drawing every day, I am starting to notice what I do like with the movement of my hands and what I don't like. And things are just kind of coming a little bit better, but the more you practice at something in particular, the better it's going to get anyways over time. Now that I know that I have weaknesses in certain areas, like this past month I was working on making sure I didn't draw too hard on the paper. So if I really wanted it to become a piece, then I had to draw lighter. This next month I want to work on working with like male figure because I don't draw enough men, and it's true.
So what pencil are you using? You said you're drawing too hard.
Yeah, I have like a regular like mechanical pencil right now. I don't really have anything special. But like
Well, that's probably why you feel like you make indents with the paper.
oh, absolutely. When
You
I
make like an F or an H.
I allow myself to do a little bit thicker if it's like one of those things that's more of a practice piece than anything else, because I know that I'm just trying to get the basics down more than anything else, and it's not really going to extend from there.
Have you tried watercolor pencil or any type of colored pencil like that as well?
Yeah, I have in the past.
Oh.
Personally, I tried Derwent. I didn't really like it. Wasn't very good. I've seen other possible examples, but ultimately I ended up liking my pans a lot
Did you
better.
try, besides Derwent, did you try the other popular brand, what were the colors, all the rainbow colors?
Prismacolor?
Yeah, have you tried that one?
Maybe I just don't
I found
remember.
that one a bit easier to add water to, but I think the other difference is one is oil-based and the other is water-based. And in my mind, oil-based is a bit harder to do because you actually have to add whatever to it to make it flow.
Yeah.
And then the water, when you just add water.
Yeah, I get you. Just try to also see if there's anything else worth sharing. I don't know. This was earlier January, I want to say. So you can kind of see the holographic paint a little bit better now that you can kind of see that it was slabbed on in a certain area. So
Actually, what I like about that are the layers of the different colors that you have in there. Looks like you put your purple and kind of layered that over there with the pink. Right.
yeah, I do try to like make it flow enough that it has a good gradient as much as I possibly can. Like I can see, for instance, like there's obviously a lot of little boo-boos on the outside. It's not going to be a perfect piece and it's never going to make it out there, but it's practice and it helps so much. And I mean, just for me to be able to look back on the past 2 months and be like, wow, I actually stuck to this. Salad dressing. Oh.
Question for you.
Women are way more interesting to draw than men. I've actually recorded myself to draw men. I do, it is, they're way more interesting to me.
Sorry, I was hearing something over here as well.
Question.
Yeah.
So have you decided to move some of these out of your drawing book into a regular sheet of paper with a background and a foreground and a middle ground and with images, multiple images?
I mean, that's totally fair, and I should at some point, but right now the focus is more on the practice and the keep goingness of it and
No
trying
problem.
to keep myself interested, motivated, etc. And then maybe like later on down the road, like say that's the end of the year and I'm like, wow, I got through 6 volumes of this wonderful sketchbook. I can be like, yeah, you know what? I really did like how that one did turn out. Maybe I'll draw it again. So it's definitely an opportunity.
Something else you could do is later on is cut them out and put them on something and then make it into like what was that
Collage.
called?
Like
A
a
collage,
collage?
yeah, collage
Yeah.
of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Recycling my art. I've done that, like, when you cut it out and you put it on, have a different background, upcycling your art.
I've done that with crappy paintings.
Yeah.
Crappy paintings, just cutting the pieces,
Yeah.
right, and just make a new painting.
This was the
Yeah.
painting from the beginning of the year.
Upcycling.
I'm really sorry, I got
From the
some.
very beginning?
Yeah, this was one of my very first, or the first drawing that I made of the new year. So, you can kind of just see where it's kind of got some issues, but it's still like, yay, art, yay, have fun.
You're sticking with it.
You know,
Yeah.
a thought,
What's up?
when you're drawing, try to use different pencil grades.
Absolutely, I have in the past, definitely. I know that I could benefit from actually finding even regular pencil lead for my mechanical pencil, even in different grades as well, HB.
It just adds varying degrees
Yeah.
of shading.
Absolutely, give it some more like punch.
Yep.
Some contrast even. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any, oh, this one was fun.
Oh, I love that.
I just felt like, oh, friendship makes me so fun. It's like, you know, I could.
Do you have a particular time of day that you do your sketching?
Not necessarily. I had a job for a while, and that's the thing I had. So now I'm at home, and I have more time to do these sorts of things. But I was generally doing them around maybe 7 o'clock at night, depending. I try not to get myself too tired before I draw, and it always ends up just automatically like, oh my gosh, I gotta draw tonight. I gotta draw tonight. You gotta draw every night, Katie. Every night.
Doing good.
Keep it up.
I really admire that.
Yes.
Thank you. And thank you for passing back my beads. Thank you.
Keep going. Keep going.
Thank you. So sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for getting it with my chat.
All right, well, I'm gonna.
If anybody